Hello, it's me, Groucho, and I am back with another reaction video. I just watched the first of Ren's chapters where he talks about his struggle with his health and his friend Joe. And I have a little bit to say about what I've watched before I watched the song that comes at the end of that chapter, which I haven't watched yet. It'll be my first time seeing it. Um, I mentioned in my reaction video to his 1 million subscriber thank you speech that uh, some of his words made me think of my mother. And watching his chapter was kind of a gut punch because there's so many parallels to her story with his. She was among others autoimmune disorders, she had MS, but they didn't find it for a long time. And she was misdiagnosed with bipolar disorder, which she didn't have. And a lot of what he talked about in terms of being put on medications that weren't helping and feeling frustrated and the symptoms getting worse and uh all of the trials and tribulations of trying and failing different medical cocktails and self-medicating were all things that I watched my mother go through as I grew up. And some of that stuff I can relate to as well because I actually do have bipolar disorder. And at points of my life it's been extremely severe. And I'm very fortunate to be older and wiser and have developed coping tools and found medications that work for me. And even still it's a struggle, but there were times in my life where I went through some of these same things as well. And so watching that, I definitely felt um yeah, I felt a lot of different things. But mostly I felt comforted, which I know is a little morbid, but I think it's also just human. And to know that we're not alone, and that's why Ren does what he does, and he says that explicitly in his first chapter, that he's sharing these things not because he wants to be in the spotlight, but because he wants other people to feel like they have the ability to move forward because they aren't alone. Um and because even when life gets hard, there's always some kind of light, whether that's making music or family or your pets or anything. So I didn't cry, but I definitely internalized a lot of the words that he said and found them to be very potent in the best possible way. So with that said, I'm really looking forward to listening to this song. Um, I know it's called For Joe, so it's, I'm sure, going to deal with the themes of suicide, which is also something that I am no stranger to. I've lost more friends than I can count on one hand to suicide, and some of them I was very close to, so I know that pain very well. Um, that feeling of was there something different that I could have done, that I think anyone who's experienced that kind of loss has felt. And so I have a feeling that this video is going to strike me a little bit, this song. So I'm going to go ahead and play it. That is just so pretty. The video and the music is beautiful, hauntingly beautiful. Wow.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside the trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped that whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as hell. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Justin, Sega, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. Distance is my plaster cast, to tell the truth. The day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find the anger. All I find is missing you, man, I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the...
I struggle with finding places to pause Ren's music because the emotional buildup doesn't stop. So I always feel guilty when I pause, but I don't want to just talk over his singing either. The emotion in his words is so palpable. It's so evident how much he cared for this friend. And it's so tragic that he had to go through this. And as someone who knows that feeling, it's heart-wrenching. It's absolutely fucking heart-wrenching. The video is beautiful. The camera work is beautiful. I love the way that he lights it. I love the way he absolutely pours himself into the piano and, well, the keyboard and into his words, which, as always, are just masterfully written. There isn't a single thing about this video that I'm not touched by.
And then we're crying and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine, not the way that it worked. I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I can find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening. I love you, man. I miss you, absurd. Fuck.
I just want to watch that part again.
And telling you that it's fine, not the way that it worked. I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I can find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening. I love you, man. I miss you, absurd. Fuck. Another domino, it falls. Across the way another's born. How you're supposed to raise a child and give it courage from a storm. In a world that is confusing, contradictions pave our flaws. Some will say we're only human, others judge us for our flaws. Some get born in sheets of satin, Some get by in tattered clothes, some will die before they live. That's just how the story goes. But for those of us still with us, who reside inside our hearts, tell them proudly how you feel. And for those of us who aren't, freckled angels stand strong. Freckled angels live on. Freckled angels climb higher. Freckled angels still inspire. Freckled angels won't forget you. Teach me to live my life better. 13 years and still I miss you. Now my wings are missing feather. Otherwise I'd come and join you. But for now I'm here on earth, stuck inside this mortal body. But for everything it's worth, made me braver, made me wiser, made me stronger, made me true, made me face the world with courage. And that's all because of you.
I love the melody.
Freckled angels laugh the hardest, and their hearts, they are the largest. With their wings, they fly the farthest. So I know you're gonna be okay. Freckled angels live the longest, and their minds, they are the strongest. Oh, their friends, they are the fondest. So I know you're gonna be okay.
Wow. I hope that I hope Joe heard that song wherever he is, wherever he went, because that was just such a beautiful dedication to someone who was so clearly important to Ren. Um it breaks my heart that he had to lose someone so important in such a horrible way and with no closure. I can't even imagine that. Um Death and bereavement are the word that I always come back to when I talk about this topic is surreal. Because when you lose someone that's important to you, it doesn't, it feels strange. It feels so strange and surreal, and I don't know how else to describe it. Yes, it's sad, and yes, it's heartbreaking, and it's horrible, and it's difficult, and it's all these things, but above all else, it feels like the world shifts, something changes. Something is gone that will never come back. You change as a person from the outside when you lose someone, and when you lose someone so tragically, it's like a it's like all of that is just on another level. Yeah, I'm just so grateful that I found this artist. I'm so glad to feel a connection to a kindred soul across the ocean who is able to take this kind of pain and these kind of experiences and not only put them out there, but create a community of people who either have gone through these kinds of things and understand this pain on a deeply interpersonal level, or people who never have, but maybe need to gain that understanding. Um, and all of these people who come together, all of the people who have commented so far on my videos with such beautiful, encouraging words, who have all seen these videos already and understand what I'm going through as I'm watching them for the first time. It really is something beautiful that has come from such a dark origin. And when I think back on my mother, or when I think back on the friends that I've lost, um, and all of the pain and feelings that I experienced through all of that loss, um, I feel seen and I feel heard and I feel understood. And it doesn't necessarily make it better because nothing really does. Um, but it makes it a little easier to breathe. It makes it a little bit easier to accept reality when you have that kinship and that understanding. So I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful that Ren exists, and I'm grateful that I've found him, and I'm grateful for the community that he's created that has swarmed around him. I completely understand the renegades, and I completely understand why people are so in love with what he creates. It's truly something astounding. Uh, I'm just gonna add my thumbs up to that. Um, Thank you so much for watching me spill my guts and talk about difficult topics. It really means a lot to me. So thanks for being here, and I'll see you on the next one.